This video shows you how to enter default room data in CHVAC. Click the Design tab. Several of the inputs on the room data window can use default values that are defined for the project on this window, on the Design and More Design tabs. We've already set the default operating profiles for the project to 1, 2, and 3 in our operating profiles video. Let's take another look at those profiles in the drop-down Help window. Click the drop-down Help button again to close the window. The lighting and equipment watts per square foot inputs lets you define some defaults for these quantities for the project. You may override the watts of lighting or equipment watts for any room in the project. Select the Office Enclosed item from the list, which is 1.1 watts per square foot. Click OK. Let's also set the default equipment watts density. Select the Medium Density option as the default for this project. The square feet per person input lets us also set a default people density for the project. Again, we can override this value for any room in the project. Let's open the People Density Help window. The People Density Help window lets us define the people density as either a square feet per person value or a people per 1,000 square feet value. The square feet per person option gives us only a few choices, so let's try the other input. The people per 1,000 square feet option gives us a lot more choices and a lot more guidance. Notice that the list is from Table 6-1 in the ANSI ASHRAE Standard 62.1-2016. The office space option in the office buildings category seems about right for our project, with a people density of 5 people per 1,000 square feet. Notice that the square feet per person input changed to 200 when we selected 5 people per 1,000 square feet. Click OK. The area per person option input lets us choose how our 200 square feet per person will be interpreted by CHVAC. The drop-down Help explains that the Round Up option makes it so if the default number of people calculated for a room is not a whole number, the program will round up the value. Let's choose the Round Up option for this project. The default People Diversity Factor input lets us define a default that will be used for any air handler that does not override this value. If the sum of the people you will be entering in the rooms is greater than the number of people that will ever be in the building at once, then you would enter a value lower than 100 here. For this project, we can leave it at 100. The sensible and latent heat per person inputs let us define the default amount of heat gain from the people we enter in the rooms. Let's choose the moderately active office work option for both sensible and latent. Again, we can override these values for any room if needed. The building operation inputs let us determine the hours during which the load calculations are to be done. Let's set the building to open at 7 a.m. and close at 7 p.m. Let's set a few more defaults for the rooms before we open the room data window. Click the More Design tab. The default ceiling height makes it so we don't have to keep entering the same height for each room in projects where most of the rooms have the same height. It may be lower than the default wall height, since the ceiling height only represents the height of the conditioned space, while the wall height needs to account for the entire load on the external walls. Since we want both heating and cooling loads to be calculated for this project, Leave the calculation option set to both. We'll leave our cooling calculation method set to the CLTD method for this project. See our other video about master data for more information about how you might use this input to toggle between methods within a project. Thanks for watching.